As promised, we are now joined by Senator Jim Inhofe. And with that said, Senator, welcome back to the Pat Campbell Show.
Thank you, Pat.
Hey, I want to talk about a lot of things with you this morning, but first and foremost, I started the program today by playing some of the clips from Bill O'Reilly's interview with Barack Obama before the Super Bowl yesterday on Fox News. One clip in particular I'd like you to comment on because I know this issue is very important to you. O'Reilly really was holding Obama's feet to the fire on Benghazi, and the president basically blamed all of this brouhaha on Fox for ginning up a controversy when in fact there is none. He says this has been thoroughly investigated and it's not what you people are trying to make it out to be. What did you think?
Well, it's just an outrageous lie, and it's kind of hard to call it anything else. It's kind of like Obamacare and the things that he said in the beginning and now is denying. Well, in that case, John Brennan's the CIA director, James Clapper's the director of intelligence, Leon Panetta was the Secretary of Defense at that time. All three of them, the day it happened, it was actually the morning of the 12th, said that it was an organized terrorist attack, and they told the president that. And then he kept saying afterwards it was due to a video. Now, he knew full well what it was. And I think I applaud. I didn't see the segment you're talking about, but I applaud Bill O'Reilly if he tried to press him on that. And there's nothing else the president could say since the three I just mentioned testified under oath that he knew it the next day. And so he has to come up and say something and blame somebody else. He's gotten by with it, though, his entire life.
Now, I know one of the things, at least on your Facebook...
But before you leave that, let's keep in mind that, and I will say this to my dying day, I know people don't realize it now, but that's going to go down in history as the greatest cover-up. And I'm talking about, compared to the Pentagon Papers, Iran-Contra, Watergate, and the rest of them, this was a cover-up in order for people right before the election to think that there was no longer a problem with terrorism in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. And he deliberately said that it was something that it wasn't when he had the first-hand knowledge, and that was under oath.
I know on your Facebook page you've been urging people to sign a petition regarding Benghazi. What's that all about?
Well, I just want to make sure that everybody knows what I just now told you, that and somehow it goes unnoticed. Now, he mentioned Fox is the only station that goes after him. That's the only station that isn't virtually owned by him. And I just think that people need to not forget. They can forget about a lot of this other stuff, even as important as Obamacare is to all of us. Still, this cover-up is one that people can't forget. And I think that people have to look at it in that context.
Are there any additional calls in the Senate for further investigation concerning Benghazi and finding out what really happened and holding people accountable?
Well, it's really, and I heard you say one time, this is a long time ago, Pat, probably back, maybe October, it was shortly after this happened, that you didn't think it was significant on the cover-up as much as, how did it happen? I just disagreed with you because I think the cover-up is the big issue here. Now, how it happened, sure, we know, and I know the ambassador who was killed. We had a conversation right before he deployed to Libya,
right.
And he knew how dangerous it was. And I have a list I can read to you as to all the warnings that he gave, saying, please send security because they are here, it's going to happen, and they ignored it. Now, the British didn't ignore it, the Red Cross didn't ignore it, the rest of them, they took precautions. But the president ignored it.